How's it going? Yeah, I thought I'd come on, and it's been a while since I've done a sit-down video. Yeah, show some records, talk a little about a meetup, yet another meetup with a legend, Needle Groove, Kieran from Montreal. Spent some time in Southern California, and the stars aligned, and him and Alex, as usual, and I went to some record shops one day last month. I think this is early February, maybe 5 weeks ago now. Yeah, it was a great time. Kieran made a video detailing things with some photos and video of the day. It's a lot better than what I can do. I barely remember things. The details. Yeah, he alluded to it in his video. Right off the bat, it was just totally comfortable. It's like we've hung out before, even though this is the first time. Yeah, it was really cool. We spent the day, most of it in Pasadena. The three of us hit some shops, had some lunch, and yeah, I got some records. Let's see. I think some of them I put away already. We went to this shop. Can't remember the name of it, but the guy, it was just as he showed it, the guy showed up and opened the store. It was a really cool shop. He made coffee, like a pot of coffee, for us. But it was a cool shop, but just for the three of us, there wasn't really much there. But it was such a nice place. I felt like I should get something. So I ended up getting a couple albums there. This Mike Knock that I've been seeing at stores for years and years. Mike Knock out of New Zealand, piano player. He plays some Fender Rhodes here, synthesizer. John Abercrombie's on this. Tom Harrell, Dave Friesen, and Al Foster. This is 1979, Tomato. I listened to this once. We'll get to this in a second. Yeah, it's a little slick, I would say. Yeah, I'll give it another chance. I'm not that into slick kind of jazz, electric jazz, little rock element to it. Yeah, there's a Mike Knock, and this looked interesting. John Rodby, Concerto for Saxophone and Orchestra. That takes up a side, and the second side is Festivals Variations with Harvey Patel, saxophone. I've heard of Harvey Patel, but not John Rodby. I like side 2 better. It stood out more than the concerto. Yeah, nice. I think it was called Healing Force of the Universe. Both of these records, the price sticker says Jackknife Records. Did I say we were in Pasadena? I think so. So then we went to Commune Records, which I'd been with Alex before. And I think this is it. Kieran hit me to this, Willie Hutch, Season for Love, which I believe is his first. If it's not his first, it's his second. The only Willie Hutch I have is the Mac soundtrack, which, I mean, it's the Mac. Yeah, this is a really nice album. A lot of short songs, but this kind of plays like a soundtrack. There's a lot of I sense a lot of like scenery going on in my head listening to this, like it would be music in a movie. Yeah, really nice one there. And this, I've kind of opened my mind up the last few years to dance music, disco in the 70s. I mean, when I was a kid, disco was all around. In the late 70s, I'm 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And go to people's houses, little gatherings, parties. There's always some kind of disco playing. And I didn't know what this was. Voyage, I just got it. Kind of guessed what it's going to sound like. And it's kind of up my alley as far as that type of music is concerned. There are longer tracks. That's a good sign. 7-minute track, 2 7-minute tracks, 5-minute track. And so this is Voyage. And this is on the Marlin label out of Florida, distributed by TK Productions. I believe it's a French group. All these names are French, or most of them. But I know of Pierre-Alain Dehaene, who's drums. There's arrangements, strings, horns, vocals. There's some songs with male vocals, some with female. I like the female. To me, with this kind of music, if it's a male lead vocal, it does absolutely nothing for me. It's the female vocals that really stand out. And then a really nice one, this Mandingo Griot Society with Don Cherry as a special guest. 1978. I was wondering what year this was. I couldn't find a year, but there it is right there. 1978 on the Flying Fish label. And this has young Hank Drake, now Hamid Drake, and the young Adam Rudolph, Jali Fode Musa Suso, and Joseph Thomas. There they are. And Don Cherry, I don't think he's on every track, but this is an album, if you didn't know anything about the musicians playing, you would think it's an African record. Yeah, really nice find. Yeah, I've never seen this. I've known about it, but never seen it in person. And then, see some of these, I don't think the Sibylline is where we went. What else is here? Yeah. The Sibylline was a nice store. They had a pretty good international section, especially Middle Eastern music and music from India. I got a couple of Middle Eastern things. They had actually a number of belly dance records. This is live from the Fez in Hollywood. And the group is led by Aboud Abdel Al. And there they are. And you can hear the audience there. So they're this Fez. This is 1972. And it doesn't say specifically who the musicians are. I mean, it has their names, and that's all I can go by. But I think they're Syrian. Syrian American. Yeah, really nice, cheap. Find these Middle Eastern / belly dance records really cheap. And they had a number of them. And got this also, this belly dance caravan. Arabic music for a joyous occasion. And this is led by Aboud Abdel Al. Oh, it is the same guy. Okay, so these guys are Lebanese because it says he's Lebanese. Yeah, Yeah, I wonder if there's because I saw a bunch of Lebanese albums in Pasadena. There must be a Lebanese population there. Yeah, really nice stuff. This is on the Orient label. That's another album I have at Arabesque. Yeah, really cool, cheap stuff. Another cheap percussion record, Yasukazu Amemiya. Great cover. These songs, like Summer Prayer, that's the name of the album. There's a song on there called Summer Prayer. It shows, or it lists 69 different percussion instruments. Another track, King of Denmark, shows 45. Another one, Monochrome C, shows 39. But I believe it's just him playing everything. Yeah, really nice. I mean, this requires multiple listens. And an album that somehow got on my radar, like in the last so many months. I don't know why or how, but I was thinking, yeah, if I ever come upon this, I should get it. This Ray Barretto, Eye of the Beholder. This is 1977. Atlantic, though it says for Fania Productions. And this is a Crusaders production produced by the Crusader guys, Stix Hooper, Joe Sample, Wilton Felder. There's a slew of musicians on here, kind of from track to track. The Crusaders guys, Barry Finnerty, a lot of studio guys, Terry Bozzio, Peter Christalib, Garnett Brown, trombone, Jeff Berlin, Steve Ferrone, drums, Ray Gomez on guitar, Marcus Fiorello guitar. Yeah, a lot of different musicians. And this is 1977. I guess I wouldn't say this is totally Latin music. This is also a little slick, but I can handle it. It's not too slick. It's really good music. Kind of, dare I say, music for a good time. That was Sibylline. I did get this also there. This is one I haven't listened to yet. Peter Maxwell Davies, Salome. This is intriguing. Is it Strauss who originally did the opera or ballet? I don't know if this is Strauss, Peter Maxwell Davies doing that, or his own. I'm not up on my biblical stories, so I'm not sure who Salome is. But part of it is, these are all the notes, and none of it is in English. And I'm wondering, is there a booklet that should be in here that's missing with more information? But I haven't listened to this yet. It's a 6-sider, 3 LPs, and I want to be able to listen and absorb it. Vinyl absorption. Yeah, that was a cool find. EMI label. And then we went to Permanent, which I've been wanting to go to. Wow, I just realized I got 2 albums that day with photos credited to NASA. Yeah. I've been wanting to go to Permanent for years. Just haven't gotten around to it, and so we hit it up, and it was a nice little shop. It wasn't what I had imagined it at all. But yeah, it was a cool shop. Kieran pointed out an album that I've always been curious about. This guy, Emil Richards. Emil Richards and the Microtonal Blues Band live at Dante's in North Hollywood, and this was in March of '69. He plays vibes, and there's piano, bass, Fender bass, drums, added percussion. This is a nice, quirky, kind of Southern California record. Quirky Southern California feel, whatever that means. Yeah, really interesting stuff. Joe Porcaro is the drummer. Is he the father, Porcaro? And I know Ray Neapolitan from a Doors record. Yeah, real cheap. Impulse. I don't know why I'm showing this. What's that? Yeah, really cool record. And then Permanent has an outside, very nice space outside with tables and chairs. And you could sit. There's a bar across the way. So we were sitting outside, and Kieran was asking me about a Charlie Mariano record that was in there, that he thought I was going to get it. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll go back. I went back in just to check it out again, and the condition, it was cheap, but the condition wasn't that great. It was that album Mirror Mirror. And then I flipped through the international section again, because I had thought there was one album in there, and I flipped past it. I kind of looked at it real quick, put it back, and flipped past it. But this, to me, is the gem of that day, and that's what's playing in the background, is this Matar, plays his magic bouzouki. And there he is. It's him with two percussionists. And I believe these are the two guys. There are really no credits on here. Trio Erdogan, and this has a flap. Interesting. The opening is here. Yeah, and this is on the Voice of Stars label, which I believe is out of Lebanon. Recorded at Uni Art Studio. Matar plays famous folk music from the Middle East. Yeah, I've been playing this a lot. I mean, I wouldn't say every day, but I've probably played this like 30 times since I got it that day. Yeah, excellent find. Nice scene on the cover there. There he is, the bouzouki. And some of this is just like a ripping, shredding guitar player. And this doesn't have a year. I'm guessing 70s, but this could even be the 80s. Yeah, so that was nice. I'm glad I went back in. And then we hit this store downtown, or close to downtown LA. And I can't at all remember the name of it. But again, it was another place that was really cool. The guy there was cool. I think a buddy of his was there hanging out. Just records all over the place. Kind of organized, but not really. I think if we had more time, I think we got there about 20 minutes before they were closing. The guy was very knowledgeable. But I think if we had more time, I could have found there's like gems around that place, I'm sure. But again, it's one of these things I was like, yeah, I'd like to get something here. So I found this Lightnin' Hopkins at his natural best. This came out in, I think, right after he died in '82. And this is an unreleased session from 1969, which to me is a very cool find, because most of the Lightnin' Hopkins I have is like 65 and earlier. I don't have that much from late 60s or even the 70s. I don't know how much he recorded in the 70s. But yeah, it's a really cool find. And Alex was kind enough to give me this Daniela Casa record, Societa Maleta. I had shown a compilation of hers in another video, and this is a reissue of this particular album on Flipper Music, a library on the darker side of things. Yeah, thank you, Alex. And so, yeah, it was really cool hanging out with Kieran. Yeah, it was a nice day, solid day, like 9 hours, something like that. Just trekking around. So yeah, what else do we got here? Kind of was talking about the French jazz. I've been getting these souffle continues, this perception. There's two of them. Mestari, I guess this is self-titled. And these are early 70s, 71, 73. This to me stands out. This is live, and this is studio. Jeff Seffer, Siegfried Kessler, Didier Lavalette, and Jean-Mike Tron drums. This is just a superb display of improvisation. Yeah. I like these souffle continues. I'm never gonna have any old copies of this. I don't expect to ever come across them, and if I do, I don't expect to pay for it. Yeah, it comes with a booklet. There they are. Yeah, there's something about the French jazz. I'm a little late on the scene. I have a section here of European jazz, but the stuff from France is lagging or lacking. I have a lot of German jazz, even like Swiss, Swedish, things like that. But just recently, just going in on the French jazz. Yeah, the perception. And another one, this isn't Souffle Continu. This is Advantage. Well, anyway, Jacques Thelot, Intra Music. This is From the Vaults session, recorded in Paris, 1969, at the Faculty of Law. Is that right? Yeah. And there's Thelot there. Yeah, very striking cover. There's an Intra Music too with kind of an inverted, same photo, but just a negative shot of it. And there are no titles on here, just the song Times. And again, just improvisation at its highest with these guys. Thelot drums, Michel Portal sax, Eddie Gaumont guitar and piano, Mimi Lorenzini guitar, and Danielle Lalou tambura. Should I flip the side or pick something else? That was side 2. We'll just play side 1. Make it easy. I mean, I've listened to this so many times. It doesn't get old. Oh, you know what? There's some things here. There is a connection with the record show last year in New York, WFMU. I had given Dave some cash because he was planning to go, and just told him, give me some albums, whatever you see, just go for it. But he wasn't able to go, so he passed it along to Alex. Alex, by the way, is no longer Motorik 24/7. He's Diamond Marimba now. So yeah, Alex got the money and picked up some records for me from WFMU. Some of them are put away. A few of them are still out or right here. And incredible selection here. This Remy Cuvée, hurdy-gurdy player. This is mind-boggling. This droney. I mean, I have some albums with hurdy-gurdy on a song. You know, it's part of a whole, you know, musical ensemble. But nothing that features the hurdy-gurdy. Yeah, the sounds it makes, like, I had no idea. So it's hurdy-gurdy, percussion, and synthesizer. This is from '86. There he is. Yeah, fantastic record. And this one, he knows, Alex knows the shit, man, and what I like. Music of Mali on Folkways. Did I listen to this? Well, maybe not, since it's still out. But yeah, beautiful copy here. Has the insert. Not sure what year exactly this originally came out, but yeah, lovely selection there. And this one, I can't remember what Alex told me. If it was recommended by Dom that Alex get it for me, or Dom got it for me. Yeah. It's all right. The Sacred System with, or called Inner Rhythmic Foundation. This is one hell of a record. I played this a number of times right when I got it. And there was one listening where my wife was here, one of my kids was here, and they were totally digging it. It's percussive heavy. I don't know if this is technically an EP, but it's got Bill Laswell, Hamid Drake, Zakir Hussain, Craig Harris, Jah Wobble, Badal Roy. Yeah, various lineups on these 3 tracks. Yeah, really nice. 1996 or 8. Yeah, kind of modern, percussive heavy, like I said. Just really interesting sounds. So either way, whether it was recommended to Alex for him to give to me or buy for me, or whether Dom himself got it for me. Thank you, Dom. Excellent. And then another one is this Kulthum. I have a reissue. There are no old copies of her stuff, and this is, I couldn't believe it when this was in the bag that he brought over. Yeah, excellent. Kulthum, fantastic singer out of Egypt, nice label, Sono Cairo. This is called Dalili Etar. These are long tracks for the most part. She sings, but the instrumental passages are kind of long, drawn out, hypnotic, repetitive, mass arrangements. Yeah, killer stuff. And there were a few others from that show, but they're put away. We got this reissue not that long ago. Bernd Egerblatt Trio, Schizo, with piano bass drums. The song Schizo is really nice, so kind of what you would imagine. There's maybe a little monk influence there. This is, what year? I'm not sure what year this came out originally. 65 maybe? Yeah, really nice. There's a song on here called Mr. Idris, dedicated to Idris Suleiman, trumpeter who spent a lot of time in Europe. What do we got here? Yeah, let's wrap it up with this. maybe a couple of things and then we'll wrap it up. This is a Hermeto Pascal and group of Vice Versa. This is an unreleased session from the vaults, the Lost 76 Vice Versa studio session. Hermeto Pascal out of Brazil. Man, soars on this. I have another of his records, like a proper record of his from, this is 76, I think that one is 77. Something about this is just mind-blowing. Jazzy, but there's other elements to it. Yeah, one of the most striking looking people ever, I think. Yeah, wanted to hear some just rock, and I feel like everyone should have this record. Any rock fan should have this record. Stony and the Jagged Edge. Are they out of Ann Arbor? This is an unreleased record. This came out at least 10 years ago. And this thing just kicks ass. Chasing Rainbows. Yeah, awesome. And, okay, so we'll finish up on this. Every year I get in these mood for Dolphy. I probably get in this mood a couple times a year. Start throwing on some Dolphy. So I threw on this twofer, Status, and these are first record is an album, kind of a posthumous album in itself called Here and There, and side 3 and 4 are Eric Dolphy in Europe, Volume 2. Now, on the Here and There, side 1 of this is stuff from the Five Spot Show, a famous Five Spot Show. He came out with 3 albums. But these are a couple songs that were still in the vaults. One is Status Seeking from the Mal Waldron album, Quest. And then his solo bass clarinet reading of God Bless the Child. And I was listening to God Bless the Child, this version. It's solo bass clarinet. There are parts of it that I'm thinking, I mean, I listened to it a number of times. I just kept playing it over and over. There are parts of it that sound like kind of looks like analog synthesizer. Because just the noise he's making, the sound that he's making from this bass clarinet is just amazing. Yeah. So then I thought, okay, there are other versions. Let me break out the other versions. So this one is Copenhagen Concerts. It's essentially in Europe, Volume 1 and 3. That one has Volume 2. So there's a version of God Bless the Child on here. Again, outstanding. And this one has Benny Bailey on trumpet. And then this one, Stockholm Sessions, this is a studio version, God Bless the Child. They're all in the 5-minute range. This first one listed at 5:34. I actually think this Copenhagen one is under 4 minutes, and this is 5:26. Again, fantastic. You hear the echo of the studio and his bass clarinet. And it's the way he plays it, and I just kept listening to this over and over. It's very rare that I take out a record and only play a portion of a side. Like 98% of the time, I'll play the whole side, even if I just want to hear one song. But I was playing this over and over. Yeah, the Stockholm Session. This is from November 61. I think all these recordings were 61. I think I made a mistake there. This one has Benny Bailey, this Berlin concert, and this is also 61. Yeah, Benny Bailey, Pepsi Hour, Jamil Nasir, and Buster Smith. So the God Bless the Child here is short, 3:15, but again, excellent. And the more I'm listening to this song, these different versions of God Bless the Child, the more, I mean, Billie Holiday had a hand in writing it. She originally recorded it. But it's like, wow, what a song. We're not hearing the lyrics on these versions, but I think it could rank right up there, which is one of the greatest songs ever. Yeah, so yeah, I got my Dolphy fix in, and yeah, that's it. 36 minutes. We'll see what comes next. Everyone take it easy.